What's going on, everybody? My name is Ryan, and welcome back to Doki Doki World of Dreams Act 2. This is episode 2 of my playthrough, and in the last episode, we kind of just went through everything again. We got back to the real world. Monica got beat up by her stepfather, and we left off with us about to go to school. And we're gonna do the whole school segment in this episode, so yeah. We're gonna see these two lovely faces again. Mostly this lovely face. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Let me know if you're just as excited for World of Dreams Act 2. And this isn't me trying to put on that fake, oh, what's up, smash that like button, like persona. This is me actually genuinely excited. So without further ado, let's get into it. Rain outside isn't too bad at the moment, but I still open the umbrella and step out into it. Thankfully, there's no hard wind, only a small breeze as I walk down the street to school. As I walk, I notice that I'm walking mostly alone. There aren't many other students up at this time. Most of the people I see now are businessmen and women heading to the local train station on their way to work. I can feel Michi growing tired, and he's struggling to stay awake. Normally, I would tell him that it's okay to sleep, but after this morning, I'm not sure that's a good idea. You doing okay in there, bud? Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I'm alright. Are you sure? Well, actually, no. I'm not alright. I'm angry. Alright? What are you angry about? I can feel Michi's anger rising and try not to mix it with mine. Not what? Who? I'm angry at my parents. How come? They had to know about this condition I have. Oh yeah, I guess that would make sense. I find it hard to believe that my parents didn't know any other wherever we were last week. I remained silent, letting him vent. I mean, how could they not have at least suspected something was wrong? I tend to sleep a lot, and I've fallen asleep in class too. I'm sorry, I know this is pretty much the least of our worries, but it still bugs me. I understand. And I do. I still struggle to keep Miji's anger at bay. I don't want to continue to come to school pissed. Do you think they really didn't know? I remained silent for a bit. I honestly couldn't tell you. From what little I've seen of your parents, I find it hard to believe they'd hide this from you. I guess. Especially your mom. Huh, that's true. She always makes a fuss over me and Akio. I've noticed. But now that you mention it, this could be useful information. How? The major difference in this world is that Sayori isn't here. That might have had an effect on you. Oh, I mean, I guess so. The two of us fall into silence for a bit as we continue walking. Just then I hear heels from behind me. I'll be damned, it's Sayoko. Yeah, oh, are we gonna have this scene again? I didn't think Sayori's mom would be here. Wait, if she's here, maybe. I slowed down until we're almost side by side. Dude, what are you doing? I just want to check something. Well, okay. Be careful, though. She doesn't look too happy today. Yeah, I can see that. Sayoko opens her eyes and looks at me. Oh, this is different. This is different. She recognizes me. I remember this. She didn't recognize me. Michi-kun, is that you? Hey. Sayoko's expression softens a lot after recognizing me. Michi, remind me of how you're addressed to Sayoko again, please. Fujiyoko-san, remember? Thanks. Good morning, Fujiyoko-san. My innocent greeting seems to hit her like a Shiksiken train at full speed. Dude, what was that? I don't know, I don't like it. Oh. Oh, no more Sayoko. Oh, Bachan, I see. Shit, don't tell me she's depressed. I don't know, man, but it seems legit to me. Sayoko's voice crumbles down even more with her next few words. That family name. Oh, I don't like this one. Go back to how it was before. I don't like how she phrased that. Is she divorced? Do something! Shit, what do I do? Think. Dude, give me a hand here. You know her better than I do. I've never seen her like this before. I don't know what to do. Shit! Come on, think of something before she leaves. Guess I'll have to go down this path. Michi, I'm apologizing for what I'm gonna do, but I can't think of anything else. I don't like it when you apologize beforehand. What are you gonna do? Use our unlucky trump card. I swipe my cheeks and shake my head a little. I'm sorry, Sayoko Bachan. Guess my narcolepsy got the better of me today. Oh, using the narcolepsy. Nice. Smart. Sayuko's eyes dart to my face, her expression showing deep concern. Narcolepsy? Dude, what the fuck did you just do? I needed her to stop thinking of her divorce. On the other side, I see she didn't know. Look at her. Sayoko puts her hands on my shoulder and speaks softly. Oh my god, now I understand everything. When you were a child, and when me and, my ex babysat you, you were always able to sleep in whatever position or place. My Nico always told me to watch for you while taking a bath, but this... I could have killed you by... a mission. Some auntie I am. Yep, she's depressed. She's the one with the rain clouds now. She looks back at me with concern. How is this affecting you at school? So I've been like this since childhood. And my mom didn't tell her the whole story about my condition? Oh, this is weird. Maybe she did that to protect you? Maybe, at least she's now focused on me. It's kind of difficult. The doctor prescribed me some pills to help. Sayoko's expression turned serious. What pills? Let me check them. Begrudgingly, I take out the orange bottle from my backpack and give it to her. When she reads the label, she almost loses it, letting the bottle fall to the ground. No. Who was the monster that ordered you this recipe? Oh, what the fuck? Sayoko immediately hugs me tightly, her barely retained tears now flowing like waterfalls. I beg you, Michiko, don't take those pills anymore. I'll take you to another doctor to give you a second opinion. Her next words crushed mine and Michi's heart. I don't want to lose you too. Oh, God, what happened? Dude. I immediately put my arms around her, letting a couple tears of my own. This woman got the short end of the stick in this timeline. This is so damned unfair. I instinctively tightened the hug for a while. In a protective gesture. And then I start rubbing her back gently. She begins to relax. Still, I remember that I can't stay here too long or I'll be late. Slowly, I pull away just enough to look at her face. Thank you, Auntie. I could go with you next week, after the school's culture festival. Sound good? It seems to raise her spirits. Yes, count on it. Thanks, Auntie. Now, I really need to get to school. Yeah, you're right. I've got to get to work too. What a mess I am. Sorry, have a nice day, Michiku. She slowly and reluctantly lets go of the hug and smiles at me, wiping her tears with her sleeve. You too, Auntie. See you then. Sayoko leaves, but not before giving me one last look at what looks like a familial concern. This was when she said that she didn't want to lose you too. How much of it would be losing her husband, and how much would it be? We should look at it later. It could be important, but we need to hurry to school. So that was a major change from the demo. So at least at this point, we don't know that Sayori choked on her umbilical cord yet. Maybe that's still what happened. I quickly pick up the bottle of pills and put it in my backpack. So why doesn't she want us taking Pridolin or Ritalin? As we get closer, Michi speaks up. Thanks for comforting Sayoko. I wasn't going to leave her behind like that. And also thanks for telling her to take us to another doctor next week. I really don't think we should add this whole can of worms to all that we already have to do. You do know we still need to address this can of worms too. I don't like this issue of yours. You're right. Now let's hurry to school. We can't be late. I walk closer and see only a handful of students there already, just waiting at the school's entrance. Some are in small groups talking while others stand alone, mostly on their phones. A few others are reading alone as well. I find a quiet corner and pull out my phone and earbuds to listen to music as I wait. But I also keep an eye out for familiar students. As I sit and wait, I watch as more students filter in, most in small friend groups. Hello, Mori. The last familiar face I see is Mori. To my relief, it seems she's in a good mood, talking and laughing with various other students. She even looks my way, waves politely. I nod my head back and smile slightly. Then, to my surprise, she makes her way over towards me. Jesus-san, I didn't expect to see you here this early. Her warm smile is a welcoming sight. Is her eye color different? I like it. I don't think it's different, but I like it. Her warm smile is a welcoming sight. Yeah, I woke up earlier than normal and couldn't get back to sleep, so I decided to come to school early. Ugh, I still hate that. Couldn't sleep? That doesn't sound like you. Not really. I didn't mean anything bad about that. I know. Oh, good. Sorry. Sometimes I can say things that can be misconstrued. I understand, really. So, huh? Are you excited for the festival next week? The festival? Ah. Uh-oh. Red alert. Um, are you okay? Kinda. I'm excited for the festival, of course. It's my last one before graduation, and I want to enjoy it to the fullest. Those words, I think I've heard them before. I sense a but coming. Mori sighs. It's just, my club's getting too big for me to handle. I'm thinking about leaving it soon. So far, this seems similar to the Mori I knew in the other timeline. Which club is that again? The art club. I'm the president of that club. Wait, wasn't she also the vice president? Who's the vice president? I mean Chiba-san. Oh, yeah, that's right. These two have some beef in this timeline. Whoa, what is it? She used Kotonoha's last name. Do you think something happened? Oh, oh dear. That super rich girl? Mori nods slowly. Well, I guess all I can say is good luck. Do what makes you less stressed. Thank you, Chizu-san. Speaking of the devil, there she is. Just then I see Kotonoha walking through the gates. I see her exchange a look with Mori, a look of mistrust. Soon she's surrounded by others, all acting excited about seeing her. Popular, I see. Of course she is. Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring your mood down. It's alright, don't worry. Oh, thank goodness. Well, I should be going now. I hope you have a good day. You too. Mori bows gratefully and walks off to a smaller group of girls. Time passes, the rain continues to softly pitter-patter against my umbrella. Soon the school doors open and students begin heading inside. I stand and walk in with them. As I walk down the hall, still somewhat empty. Wait, as I walk down the still somewhat empty halls of class, I am so distracted that I nearly collide with a student who rushes past me. Hey, move it! Hello, Natsuki! The little blonde blur rushes past me. That's Suki. What's she doing here this early? Maybe it's to escape her dad. Remember that glitch in Act 2 about her dad beating the shit out of her? Oh. My mind races to try to come up with other explanations as to why she's here so early. Escape from her father is a good explanation, but could there be more? I think there is, but I can't think of anything else at the moment. I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to go get a good drink. Alright. Well, like 10 minutes later, I'm back with a few more drinks. And much better drinks than just water. I still have my water here, right? Where's my water? I don't know where my water went. I think there is, but I can't think of anything else at the moment. Oh yeah, that's right. Natsuki. Without any further incident, I head to my classroom. I walk in and sit in Michi's chair once more, pulling out books. Was it just me, or did Natsuki seem kind of off to you? Off? How? Less energetic? I mean, I know it's early in the morning, but that could be it. It could also be malnutrition. Oh, should we get her something from the vending machines? Not so sure how we could do that without it coming off as creepy. Right, sorry. No, it's a good idea. I'll think about it. Thanks. And just like that, Michi goes silent, lost in thought again. As other students trickle in, I keep an eye out for Kozu. Hi, Kozu. Oh yeah, that's right. She's super sad in this. Sure enough, she walks in. What the hell? No Gairu outfit? I don't especially like that look on her face. She walks over and takes a seat behind me, then crosses her arms to the desk and lays her head down with a soft thud. Mori, who's already in class, looks over at the sound. Excusing herself from her friend, she walks over. Tani-san, are you alright? Huh? Oh, yeah, just tired. Did you eat anything this morning? If not, I have some extra snacks I packed today. Huh, you always pack extra snacks. Kozu's mood seems to improve slightly. I had an apple on the way to school, so I'm good today. Thank you for offering, though. Of course. Mori turns and heads back to her desk, but not before she turns back. By the way, I love the new look. You look better with brown hair. Did you change it recently? Yeah, I got tired of putting in dye regularly. Regularly. Gotcha. Before I heads back to her desk, I lean down and begin rummaging through Michi's backpack, eventually pulling out his wallet. What are you doing? I think I'm gonna buy some extra snacks, just in case. That okay? Oh, yeah, let's do that. I stand and head out. I go downstairs to the vending. I want to go to Japan just because of their vending machines. I go downstairs to the vending machines and only to find a girl in a secure academy uniform bending over and reaching over under the vending machines. Judging by the short stature and blonde hair I see, it could only be Natsuki. Not wanting to sneak up on her, I make some noise as I walk up. Startled, she jumps up, and in the process hits her head on the bottom of the vending machine. Nice job, Natsuki. Ow! Damn it! Natsuki holds her head, rubbing it. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Whatever, it's fine. Thanks. Did you lose something? None of your business. I raise my hands defensively. Okay, sorry, you're right. Natsuki goes back to what she was doing while I make a point to pay attention to the vending machine next to it, looking over the options. After a while, Natsuki stands back up, fuming. Damn it! Too far away. She opens up her backpack and pulls out a coin purse, looking through it with a Morse expression. I remember just then that Yuri said something about how Natsuki would look under vending machines to look for loose change in Act 2 of the original game. Natsuki's about to turn away to feed it when I kneel. Here, let me get them. Before Natsuki has a chance to protest, I get on my stomach and reach under the vending machine, seeing a small amount of coins near the back. Fortunately, it seems Michi is tall enough to reach them. I stand up and brush my blazer off, holding out my trophies, 135 yen. Here you are. Huh, thanks. She reluctantly takes them. I look over at the vending machine she was just at. What were you thinking about getting? Huh? Michi was right. Natsuki seems kind of out of it today. Well, some milk. Before she can protest again, I put money in the machine, and now comes a small bottle of ice-cold milk. I take it and hand it to her. What? What? Here, take it. Natsuki looks at the milk suspiciously, then back at me, her suspicion only growing more apparent. You're not gonna make me owe you a favor like that Chiba girl, are you? Oh, yeah, that's right. What? What the hell? No, of course not. Any idea what she means? Sorry, I'm as lost as you are. I'm not that kind of person. Hesitantly, she reaches out and takes it. Thanks. No problem. I look back at the vending machines, looking through the different snacks. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Natsuki hesitantly open up her milk, then sniff at it, almost as if she doesn't trust it. Then, to my relief, she takes a long gulp. I purchased 2 good-sized energy bars, handing them over to Natsuki. Are you sure? You already got me this. I should be good for the day. I'm sure. Here. Once again, she looks suspicious, but less so than before, and she takes them and stuffs them in her pocket. Without another word, she runs off. Looks like I managed to do something I wasn't able to last time. What do you mean? Score some points with that Suki. Ha ha. Oh yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive to us showing up today. I thought you said you were going to join the club. Nothing's stopping me from showing up as a casual interest in the club, is there? Besides, I promised Monica a check-in on the club. Oh, yeah, right. Forgot. No worries. Not exactly knowing what Cozy might like, I buy something sweet, something salty, then 3 different drinks, and some energy bars. You're gonna get fat eating that. Oi! Despite the situation, I smile slightly. It's not a smile, I see. Dude, you can't see me smiling, period. I stuff a few of the items into Michi's pockets, holding the rest. Thanks, man. For what? Making me laugh, even if I don't show it. We all need a laugh, right? Right. I head back towards Michi's classroom. Cosy says still on her desk as I walk back in. I sit down and begin transferring the food to Michi's bag. As I'm finishing up, Mori walks back up to me. Jesus, since you weren't here last Friday, I thought I'd give you the notes from that day. She hands me a small stack of papers. Oh, thank you. I take them from her with a grateful smile. Also, I just thought I'd let you know that starting next week, the school is getting an international transfer student. Okay, even more stereotypes just keep piling up. Really? Where from? I don't know, but I thought I'd just let you know since the teacher brought it up on Friday. Thanks for letting me know. Of course. Mori smiles kindly and heads back to her seat. As I look over the notes, I overhear other students whispering amongst themselves as the topic goes to this mysterious transfer student. It sounds like the typical high school banter, so I tune it out. I stare out the window at the grounds. It's still raining, but it's not very bad, fortunately. BG's quiet at the moment, and I can hear him deep in thought. He and I don't say anything to each other, just watch the rain and think. More students trickle in. Soon the school chime rings out, altering the entire student populace at the beginning of the school day. To the school day. Did I say altering? Alerting. Although to that point, the school seems oddly peaceful. Most students in the classroom have been talking quietly to each other, and a few others like me and Kozu had been silent. The teacher calls class to order and we start. The first half of the day seems to drag on slowly, but unlike before, I don't bother taking notes. I do listen a bit, but it's hard to think in the current situation. That's fair. To my dismay, and despite his best efforts, Meiji falls asleep. God damn it, Meiji. Unlike before, where it felt like some kind of pressure pressure being lifted whenever he slept, now I'm painfully aware of how tired this body feels. I slowly stand and stretch. Now I can understand Meiji's tolerance for coffee. Grabbing his wallet, I head out to the cafeteria. After getting some more chicken curry, I head over to a quiet corner of the cafeteria, sit, and begin eating. Meiji wakes up just then. Did I miss anything? No. Ryan? Huh? You sound upset. Oh, sorry. I'm just concerned is all. About the girls? And you? Me? Narcolepsy, man. I fell asleep earlier and I was worried. Oh, that. I'll be fine. Don't worry. Are you sure? Yeah. If I've always had it, I've learned to deal with it. Well, let's hope so. I ate my curry and drank the black coffee I got in silence. I'm lost in thought, so lost that I don't hear someone sitting across from me until they're just sitting down. Hi, Yuri! I jumped slightly as Yuri, her face buried deep in the book, sits opposite of me, a tray of food in her hand. Did she not see us here? Maybe not. I softly clear my throat. Pardon me? Eh? Ah! Yuri looks up and notices her situation. I'm so sorry. I didn't think. I didn't mean to sit so close. It's okay, really. I give her a reassuring smile. Gotta say, though, it must be a damn good book to distract you like that. Ah, yes, it is. She nods, seeming to relax just a bit. I'm so sorry, though. No, it's alright. Is this your normal seat? She nods slowly. Understood. I'll move. I stand and begin moving when the title of the book catches my eye. Easily disturbed, eh? What genre is it? Huh? Oh, it's a psychological horror novel I've been enjoying recently. I raise an eyebrow curiously. What's it about, may I ask? Yuri's eyes widen in excitement. Yuri? One moment. She flips to the back of the book and reads the blurb. Right, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't spoiling anything. Aw, she looks... This is one of the few moments I'll say Yuri looks cute. It's about a young nurse working in a mental institution. The author describes how working for the institution starts to change her. She begins seeing and hearing things, and she isn't sure how real or what she's seeing is or not. Huh, now that sounds like a curious and interesting read. Oh, it is! She puts her book down. The writing style is quite similar to my favorite horror novel. The author is an incredible master of suspense, leaving you, as the reader, unsure. Even the ending is masterly crafted, leaving the readers guessing as to what actually happened. Well, that does sound like a fun read. Yuri nods, then a look of realization passes over her face. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to ramble on. It's alright, you didn't ramble. And I asked, remember? Oh, well, if you're sure. No worries, I'm sure. Mind if I sit on the other end of the table? No, that's perfectly fine. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Yuri slowly go back to her book, but I see her looking back at me every so often for a bit before fully focusing on her book. I decide the best thing for it is to just leave her alone for the time being. After a short time, she is fully focused on her book again. I finish my curry. As I am on my last few bites, someone walks over to our table towards Yuri. Miss Yoshika. Eh? Oh, Miss Chiba. Is something wrong? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. What are they saying? Is that English? Yeah, it is. Hold on. Let me listen. What is with the music? Oh, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. And that's right. Yuri can speak English. Okay. I continue eating, pretending not to understand. I just came over to ask how your mom's doing. I know she had to cancel our tutoring session last week. Is she well? Something is off here. She had to go to the hospital the day before, and her doctor had told her to rest. Right, so I was told. How is she now? Yuri's tensing up a bit by this point. Why does this conversation feel forced? But better than before. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. If there's anything I can do, let me know, alright? Oh, thank you, Miss Chiba. Don't mention it. Koto Naha stands and walks away. So, huh? I might not be able to understand English, but something was wrong there. You too, huh? Yeah, I just can't put my finger on it. Remember when Natsuki said earlier about owing Chiba a favor? Yeah, I do. What about it? Maybe there's something behind that. You think? Perhaps so. It's something to keep an eye on, at least. No kidding. I grabbed my empty tray and cleaned up my place at my table, leaving quietly so as to not disturb Yuri's reading. Although it seems Yuri now looks a bit more stressed than before. As much as I want to talk to her about it, here, she doesn't know me at all, so it would be very unusual to ask her what's wrong. I head out into the corridor, pulling out Miji's phone. What exactly did the two talk about? I transcribe the conversation as best as I can, making an effort to switch my tired brain between English and Japanese. I see. Thanks for telling me. Of course. Are you going to tell Monica and Sayori? Of course I will. I'll shoot off a text right now, actually. I stop, move to the side of the hallway, and send off a quick message. Actually, I do remember there is one part that I will have to skip through later on. But it's only like a few lines, I think. Hey Monica, you guys got some spare time? There are a few things I need to report to the two of you. I send the message and wait. Mere moments later, she calls. I answer. Hey, that was quick. Well, it sounded urgent. It is. Listen, could you and Sayuri look at the script for me? Something just happened between Yuri and Kotonoha. Sayuri's actually looking over the script now. We're seeing this conversation between Kotonoha and Yuri, but it's gibberish. Gibberish? How? I don't know. What happened? I'll try to tell you later. Maybe after school, before you check the club, you can come to the space classroom and tell us? Not sure if I'll have the time. Oh yeah, I guess not. Sorry. Hey, how's Sayori doing? Is her neck okay? Oh. Hi, Kozu. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Kozu approaching, but thinking nothing of it. My neck's fine, just a bit sore. She also says it hurts to swallow. Kozu keeps on walking, so I lower my voice. Just keep an eye on her. I have to go. Okay, stay safe. I love you, Ryan. Aw, I'll do my best. See you later. I close the phone. Talking to your girlfriend? Ha, yeah. We're working on a project together. She frowns a bit for some reason. I see. Okay. She walked back to the classroom fast. Wonder what that's about. I walk back to the classroom and see Kozu sitting at her place. There are a handful of other students also there, most in a small group of friends talking. I take a seat and pull out the medication. As I'm about to pop one into my mouth, the memory of Sayoko's crying face flashes through my mind. I hesitate, then screw the cap back on to the bottle and put it away. With how scared and desperate she looked, I can't risk taking them anymore, especially since her own daughter had the same reaction this morning. I lean against the window and look out. The sound of rain soothes my worry over Sayoko for the time being. Despite the body I'm in feeling tired, my mind is racing, trying to process what I've seen all day. Obviously, it seems as if Natsuki is having the issues from Act 2, the malnutrition anyway. If I'm remembering right, she was the one who changed the lease in Act 2, since the original game's Monica only edited her father's traits. I make myself a mental note to ask Sayuri to keep an eye on her regardless. Yuri didn't seem all that different than before, but then again, the same thing happened in the base game as well. It's the others I'm worried about, other people I've seen. Cozy for one, she isn't a bully like she was before. Which isn't a bad thing, but what could have changed so drastically that she changed completely, and apparently over the weekend? Kotonoha seems to be the same, but something feels off. I just can't think of what it is. And Sayoko? Maybe a second opinion would help. Michi? Huh? What's up? You've seen what I've seen today so far. Can I hear your thoughts? Well, I'm not really sure, to be honest. I'm not really good at this, you know? Thinking hard about things. That's alright. I could use some alternate opinions anyway. Alright, well, today's been really weird so far. I'll give you that. And it's only been half a day. But it does feel like there's some more tension in the air. And don't take this the wrong way, but the changes don't seem to be too much right now. Really. That catches me off guard. Maybe he's not seeing what I'm seeing. Or maybe I'm just paranoid. Hear me out. I know that in Act 2, Yuri becomes, for lack of better words, crazy. But I didn't see that in her today. Technically, we did just meet. Maybe, but if we don't join the club and just keep an eye on her like you mentioned, maybe she won't, like you said. That's my hope, anyway. Go on. Natsuki seems like her normal self, albeit she might be a bit poorer now. Mori seems to be the exact same as she was before, in the past. She's taken it on herself to walk around class before school starts and make sure we're okay. Kotonoha also doesn't look like she's changed that much either, still offering to help others. Remember what Natsuki said earlier, though, about owing her a favor? Yeah, that's true. Let's keep an eye on her then. So maybe I'm not paranoid. But then there's Sayori's mom. I guess the script had to figure out a way to remove Sayori from her family. But it was hard to see her like that. Besides the obvious change, the biggest differences I've seen are that it's raining and that Kozu is not how she was before. I'm not sure what that could mean. Don't forget about how Monica showed up this morning. Yeah, but the Kozu thing, perhaps it's something to do with Ye. Oh, her. The STD vending machine, or whatever I called her. I feel G begin to get angry again. I take a couple deep breaths. I'm the last person to say this, but calm down, man. We'll have a look around for her later, I promise. Right, I'll try. But she's just so aggravating. I couldn't agree more, but things could have changed for her too. Maybe she isn't that bad this time around. That could be why Kozu wasn't a bully Gairu this time. I don't know, I guess we won't know until we see her. Agreed. Although, we did see her in the Christmas mod that I didn't upload, and she seemed okay there. Well, she just seemed like a normal person going about her day. I trail off trying to organize my own thoughts again. I agree with you about Mori. She seems to be the exact same as before, but that glance she shared with Kotodaha before school has me worried. I thought they were best friends. Sure seemed like it. So there's a major change there. Let's just hope it's nothing serious. I hope. Maybe I didn't think about this as hard as you did. I could feel a headache coming on. Sure enough, a small ache begins in my head. I rub my temples a bit. Ah, damn, I was hoping we could continue this. Maybe later. Suddenly I feel Michi fall asleep instantly. Oh, oh god, that was creepy. The teacher comes in just then and class begins. Not especially in the mood for school, I absent-mindedly begin taking some semblance of notes and the teacher drones on. Yeah, it's fair. We've got to work, we'll work this out. Sorry, I've been watching High School Musical, like listening to the soundtrack and like let's just say bangers. As the day ends, students excitedly begin putting their books away, and I can hear them talking about various things. I look back and see, to my surprise, that Kozu is not there anymore. I don't even remember hearing her leave, although it's possible she slipped out before me. Michi was still asleep when the bell rang, but I feel him wake up as soon as I put my books away. What time is that? It was creepy how easily Michi fell asleep. End of school, dude. Really? I fell asleep again? Yeah, you did. Oh, damn. Literally in the middle of your sentence. I was trying so hard. It's not your fault, man. I'll just drink a bit more coffee throughout the day. Yeah, that might help. Thanks. But don't take those meds again. I won't, I promise. Good. So the club then? You're gonna be alright? Huh? You're nervous, aren't you? He's right. I'm nervous, just like the last time I did this, but not in quite the same way as before. Although I think the correct term would be downright petrified. I can't help but wonder what things are going to be like in the club room when I arrive. Will Natsuki and Yuri be at each other's throats without Monica or Sayori there to keep them in check? Or will they just be ignoring each other? Yeah, I am. Oh, well, so am I. Huh, good to know I'm not alone and that you're with me on this. Alone? You're literally controlling my body. That's the closest level there is of being with me. That is true. I smile a bit. It's comforting to know he hasn't quite lost his sense of humor here. Huh, how true. Well, let's head off to the literature club then. Slinging my bag over my shoulder, I head out into the crowded school hallway. I pay close attention to the students around me as we walk. I remember a few of them from the past week, and nothing I'm seeing indicates any change in personality. As I head towards the clubroom and approach the stairs to the fourth floor, I hear running footsteps from down the hall. Oh, yeah, that's right. Looking around, I see Cozy running towards me. She looks a bit disheveled as she runs past me, looking almost like she's about to cry. I watch her go, concerned. What was that about? Any ideas? None. I turn back to head to the clubroom when the reason for whatever upset Cozy almost collides with me. Yay. Fuck you, yay. Yay. Of course it was yay. Hey, watch it! She glares at me angrily. Not really wanting to cause any trouble, I step aside. That's better. She walks past me, then sees Cozy running and turning down the stairs. She scoffs. What a crybaby. I just roughed her up a little bit. Fuck you. Oh god, that expression again. See, here's the thing. When this happened last time, I thought she SA'd. Like, my theory was that she SA'd Kozu. I hope that's not true. We were so wrong. She still is a monster. She walked past me down the hall with a confident stride. Seriously, what is wrong with that girl? You don't think she, you know, if she did, there's going to be hell to pay. I promise you that. And I can feel the anger rising again, and I take a few deep breaths to calm down again. This anger sure seems to be constant. Be a con- to be a constant, and it's just Monday. I really don't like this. You sure you're gonna be okay? Yeah, I can manage. I continue to walk towards the club room. When I reach it, I hold my hand up and knock. Come in. I gently but firmly slide open the door. I peek in, acting as if I'm not sure if I'm in the right place. Misuki and Yuri are sitting at two desks that have been turned towards one another, each holding a small, pale green booklet. Excuse me, sorry for interrupting you, but is this the literature club? The girls exchange a brief look for a moment. Then Yuri stands and faces me a bit nervously. Yes, that's correct. Oh, that's good. I wasn't sure I had the right place. Hey, I remember you from this morning. Oh, have you two met already? Misuki freezes. I immediately jump in. I accidentally ran into her this morning on my way to class. Oh, I see. Well, welcome to the Literature Club. I'm the Vice President, Yoshika Yuri. This is one of our members, Muramoto Natsuki. I'm Chizu Miji. Nice to meet you two officially. Ah, yes, of course. Wait, did you guys meet already? We talked a little bit at lunch about her book. Oh. I look around the room as if looking for a third person. By the way, where's Asano-san? Our president. How do you know her? Well, she was the one who told me about the club earlier. Really? I was unaware that she was considering bringing in new members. Well, I'm just here to check out the club, that's all. Sorry if I disappointed you. Huh? Why would we be disappointed? Okay, not the response I was expecting. Well, I mean, from what she told me, you're one member short of being an official club, right? I'm guessing that's why she asked. Psh, so she asked you. Why? Not sure, really. I mean, we were in the same class last year, but that's basically the only way I know her. Well, even if you are just visiting, as Vice President, it is my duty to welcome you. Thank you very much. Yeah, welcome, I suppose. I'm sorry Monica isn't here today, but she told me she wasn't feeling well and that she was staying home today. Oh, I'm sorry I missed her. I'll tell her you stop by after the club meeting is over. In the meantime, would you like some tea? Today is certainly a day for it. I indicate the rain outside with a small smile. Oh, it is indeed. I'll go find some water. Be right back. So saying, Yuri grabs the hot water heater and rushes out the club room, leaving me alone with Natsuki. So, the atmosphere gets tense just then, and I'm not entirely sure what else I could say. I've never had this happen to me before. However, before I could try again, Natsuki speaks up. Hey, listen, about earlier today, with the milk and energy bars? If you still think you owe me anything, you really don't. No, that's not it. Dummy. I feel a small bit of relief from this exchange. It feels more normal than anything else that's been going on lately. I just wanted to thank you. Aww. How nice. And make you promise not to tell anyone about it, okay? Right, I promise. Good. You better. I nod in affirmation. Yes, that's right. Suddenly I hear someone's stomach growling. Oh, that's Suki. Oh, that's Suki. It's okay. And Suki's face goes a beet red, and she looks away. I smile a bit, then reach down into BG's backpack, pulling out some food I got from the vending machines earlier. Here, take whichever ones you like. Now Suki looks at me again, frowning in suspicion. Is something wrong? Michi, correct me if I'm wrong, but she didn't really accept the cookie I bought for her last time. Ah, no, you're right. She did pretty much dig into that cookie. I wonder why. She looks down at the bars I've laid on the desk in front of her, then looks back at me. Why? What do you want out of me? Oh, Natsuki, no! You don't want to do that, do you? What? Oh god, no! No, no, no! I shake my head, looking horrified. What the hell kind of experience does this Natsuki have that her mind immediately goes to that? Did the script corrupt everyone's libido this time? Oh yeah, that's a good question. That is a good question. That wasn't my intention at all, I swear. Ryan, do you think your dad or someone has been... Oh god, I certainly hope not. Or anyone else for that matter. See, so they are changing the dialogue a little bit. Because I remember in the demo you said, finish that sentence, I swear to fuck, or I swear to fucking god. Yeah, same here. Hey, stop spacing out, just tell me what you want. I look back up at Natsuki. Look, Muramoto-san, I was just trying to help, I promise. She doesn't move for what seems like minutes, but it's probably only a few seconds. Finally, she reaches over and grabs the nearest candy bar, a bar named, uh, Cat Nibble, that resembles a Kit Kat bar. Quickly, she opens it, but just like with the milk earlier, sniffs hesitantly at the bar. Finally, she breaks off a piece and eats it. I open a small bag of chips and slowly begin eating. While she nibbles on the chocolate-covered wafer bar, I see Natsuki looking up at me with a lingering bit of suspicion in her eyes. Thankfully, Yuri comes back just then. Her face looks a bit flushed. I hope that doesn't mean what I think it means. Yeah, she was definitely slit on her wrist. Sorry for the wait. She looks at what Natsuki and I are doing. Where did you get the food? I bought them earlier. Sorry, is there no eating allowed in the classroom? No, that's not it. I pull out a small maca cake and hand it out for Yuri. If you want some, I don't mind. I bought too much this morning anyway. Yuri looks down at the cakes and back up at me with a curious expression. Are you sure? Of course, be my guest. You prepared tea for me. It's the least I could do. Yuri smiles at me gratefully. Thank you very much, then. She takes the cake and opens it, taking a bite and clearly enjoying it. Yuri then walks over to the closet and begins gathering the tea set and placing it on the shelves against the back wall. Silence follows. The only sound at the moment is Yuri's preparation of the tea. I nervously pat my lap trying to think of something to say. Natsuki looks slightly nervous, looking out the window mostly, giving me suspicious glances. Finally, I clear my throat. So, what were you reading before I came in? Huh? Natsuki looks over at me, startled out of whatever train of thought she was having. Oh, here. She shoves one of the books forward. I gingerly pick it up and read the title. American Short Stories, huh? Alright. Which one were you reading? A Horseman in the Sky. Isn't that the same story that they read last time? You're right. That's a bit encouraging, isn't it? We'll see. Really? Why that one? It's the one that Monica chose for us to read this weekend for discussion. Natsuki says that with what almost sounds like derision? Derision? Derision. Derision. I wanted to read something else. Now, Natsuki, there's no need for that. Yuri returns with the tea set and places it on a nearby desk. She pours tea into 3 cups and hands one to me and Natsuki. We all agreed on this story. I know it's not a manga like you. Yuri! Natsuki looks simultaneously angry and embarrassed. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I mean... Yuri looks immediately flustered. Is something wrong with manga? I mean, I read manga too. It might not be what most people consider literature, but they tell stories, don't they? Well, yeah, they do. Oh, Natsuki. See, Yuri, I'm not the only one who thinks manga is literature. I never said it wasn't. I simply said it wasn't my medium of choice. Oh. Well, at least there's someone else in the school who knows the truth. I smile a bit at this exchange. It feels pretty normal to me. Anyway, what's the story about? Yuri looks up with sudden renewed excitement, almost like the excitement she showed earlier in the cafeteria. Ah, it's a story set during the American Civil War. The protagonist is a Union soldier named Carter Durst, hiding in the bush when he spies a Confederate horseman. The story follows his train of thought as he contemplates firing on the soldier, but he hesitates for a moment. The author also utilizes some flashbacks to Carter's time with his family. When he joined the Union, his father both called him a traitor and encouraged him to follow what he perceived his duty to be. It ends with Carter shooting the horseman, and it is revealed in the end. She suddenly pauses, looking apprehensive. I chuckle and nod. I don't mind spoilers for this. Go ahead. Oh, thank you. The Confederate horseman was actually Carter's father in the end, hence the hesitation. My eyes widen. Whoa, damn, that's pretty, well, cut and dry in my opinion. Yuri and I both paused and turned to Natsuki. Oh, how so? Think about it. They're enemies of war. It's kill or be killed. Doesn't matter if you're family. I respectfully disagree. I believe that Carter's inner struggles are meant to be interpreted, 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 interpreted as a lesson in the relationship between father and son. Intrigued, I lead forward, tea in hand. How so? Even Natsuki looks a bit curious, if still stubborn. As I understand this story, Carter and his father actually parted. A man come down there, I say. Despite the father vehemently disagreeing with his son's choice of army. However, since the mother was on her deathbed, they actually agreed not to tell her and hoped to reconcile in the future. There are many themes at work in this short story, but the main themes are the contrast between familial relationships and duty. Carter decided that sparing his father's life would have killed many more in the end, and in this case, duty won. Oh, huh. I still think that is too wordy for my taste. It's so hard to make your point without. Oh my god, I'm dyslexic. Is it so hard to make your point without all the fanciness? Jesus Christ. Don't say it, Yuri. I know what you're gonna say already. Awkward? No shit. As I watch the interaction between the two, I begin noticing a slight tension that I don't remember from before. Yes, they had different viewpoints and the argument last time around, but the tension wasn't this bad. I don't know why I didn't sense it before. Maybe I was just hoping against hope and deluded myself. Or maybe it's this way because Sayori or even Monica isn't here to interject and try to palisade them. Guess that's my job, at least for today. It sounds like an interesting read. The girls both turned their attention to me. Yuri looked a bit relieved by the distraction, and Natsuki's irritated look softened ever so slightly. I'm sorry, I don't have a third copy to share with you. It's not that cumbersome of a read and wouldn't take you that long. It's alright. Here, you can borrow my copy. Natsuki suddenly shoves her book towards me. Wait, are you sure? Yeah, I've actually got some other work to do before the club is over. So saying, she grabs her bag and walks over to the back corner of the classroom, near the closet, sits at the desk and begins her work. I look over at Yuri curiously. If you're not interested in reading it. No, it's alright. I don't mind taking some time to read. Yuri nods and opens her own copy of the book. I look down and open the book Natsuki handed to me. Yuri is right. As it turns out, the story is a relatively short read, if a bit complicated. It's not something I don't really read, but it's definitely entertaining enough to keep me engaged. I eventually finish, then put the book down. Seeing this, Yuri looks over at me curiously. Just make sure my mic is recording. It is. Great. Cool. So, what did you think of it? It was definitely entertaining to me. You'd have to give me some more time to process what I just read. Plus, I'm sure this was originally written in English. Things get lost in translation. Oh, indeed they do. She holds up her copy of the short story collection. I notice that it's in English. Without thinking, I read the title out. Ryan! No! What? Oh, fuck. You dumbass. Yuri's expression is suddenly very intense, but only for a moment. Her gentle smile returns with a hint of excitement. Do you speak English, Mr. Chizu? She says that in flawless sounding English. Her tone is almost hopeful. Fuck! How do I cover this up? Looking at the title of the Japanese book I have, I see to my dismay the title isn't quite the same. I stumble over my words, trying to make it sound as if I'm speaking broken English. I speak English very little. I switch back to Japanese. I'm not the best student at it. And yet you recognize the title instantly. Damn it. Yeah, well, God, if you're out there, I could really use a distraction. Of course, my luck isn't that good, Yuri goes on. Our English program here isn't the most ideal one. I've actually heard that Teseo High has a stellar English program. I almost applied there. Really? It's not much of a distraction, but if I play my cards right, maybe I could get her to talk a bit about herself. What's Teseo High? The only other high school in our city. It's a college prep school. Ah, thanks. I would have gone, but the cost to attend is almost twice of that as Sakura Academy. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Not that a Sakura Academy's education is bad in any sense, of course. I just wish that their English language program was better. That's fair, yeah. I looked down at the book still in my hand, remembering that it's still there. Oh, pardon me. I should probably return this to Muramoto-san. Of course. And by the way, thank you for letting me check out this club, at least. Ah, of course. I do hope you join. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna have to think about it, and perhaps visit again this week. I'm sure Monica would be delighted. Yuri's smile seems pretty genuine enough, but I'm still a bit on edge as to how she reacted to my careless mistake. I stand and walk over to where Natsuki is, sitting with a thick book open. As I walk up, I grow confused since she has a sheet of paper and a pencil out as she reads. Her eyebrows are furled up in frustration. I slow down as to not startle her with my approach. I gently clear my throat. Pardon me, Muramoto-san. Damn it. Startled, she looks up at me. Huh? Oh, it's you. Need something? I keep my grin to myself. I was just returning this. I hold out the book. Natsuki looks at it, then at me. You read the story already? Damn, you're pretty fast. She takes it from me and puts it in her school bag. Thanks for letting me borrow it for today. Oh, sure. She nods at me in an almost distracted way as she focuses more on what's in front of her. I start to leave, then fake a double take. Not hard to fake, actually. It seems like Natsuki is actually doing homework. The workbook she has opened is the standard math book for the school. Natsuki's eyebrows are furled, fuck me, as she focuses on the one problem in particular. I'm not the best at math, to be honest. Anytime during the past week I've had math class, I've always asked Miji for help. He's not exactly the best either, but he's better than I am currently. The problem she's stuck on incorporates stuff we learned last year. Easy stuff too. At least easy now. That makes sense. Natsuki looks up to me, just now noticing me looking over her shoulder. Do you mind? I'm trying to do work here. Sorry. It's just that you were approaching the problem wrong. Who asked you? I raise my hands defensively and back away without another word. I go back to my other seat and sit down. Yuri is too engrossed in her own book to notice my return. Not wanting to disturb her, I quickly rummage through Miji's backpack, looking for anything literature related. I don't have any homework that I can do currently, since I have a habit of doing it during class when the lecture's going on. That's smart. Most of the teachers in this school can take too long to teach their main topics. Something I'm very much used to in college. Not finding anything, I decide to quietly stand and look in the closet for anything. I quietly walk past the concentrating Natsuki and take a quick glance at the bookshelves. Aside from Natsuki's manga, most of the books appear to be mostly school related. Workbooks, study guides, and more fill the shelves. I hate my life. The boxes on the floor are more of the same. I sigh quietly and head back to the desk. As I'm passing Natsuki, I take a very quick glance at her work. She's still apparently stuck on the same problem she was working on when I gave her the book back. As I begin to turn away, she throws down her pencil in frustration. Damn it! Why is this so hard? She murmurs to herself. I pause and look back at her. If you're having issues, skip it and come back to it later. She glares up at me. No one asked you! Unlike before, though, Natsuki sounds more defeated and less antagonistic. Would you like some help? We just covered this type of problem in class. At least the new stuff. She looks away, a stubborn frown plastered on her face. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Yuri lower her book and glance over at the two of us. Why? Huh? Natsuki looks up at me sharply. Why do you want to help me? The look in her eyes is a mixture of confusion, stubbornness, and suspicion. Because it looked like you were struggling, but if you don't want any help, I I go quiet as Natsuki looks back down at her book, looking over everything. Her fists clench in frustration, then she looks back up at me. I I would appreciate the help. Is everything alright over here? A slightly nervous looking Yuri walks over. What's the problem? Math problem. Oh, I can help you. Yuri looks down at her workbook. Do you want help? I can see a bit of her stubbornness returning, but before she can say anything, I chime in. There's never any shame in asking for help. Ugh. Fine. Let's actually go back to the other desk. I'll move a third one so I can sit. Natsuki begrudgingly grabs her belongings and walks back over to the desk. I love Blonde Natsuki. I just want to say that Blonde Natsuki is amazing. I grab a third desk and move it over so Yuri is on my left and Natsuki is on my right. Yuri reaches into her own bag and brings out her own copy of the math book. I do the same and bring out my answer sheet. Thank you. Natsuki says this quietly and in a subdued and embarrassed tone. Not a problem. I would be a good vice president if I allowed club time to cut into your studies. Natsuki sits slowly and opens her books. So what are you stuck on exactly? For the rest of club time, Yuri and I, but more Michi than me, help explain to Natsuki the basic principles of the problems she was having issues understanding, which, as it turns out, is nearly all of them. I grow increasingly concerned as I watch, as I know that Natsuki is smarter than she thinks herself to be. If anything, her poems are evidence of her intelligence. I'm actually equally as surprised by Yuri's manner of teaching. The way she explains the concepts we're reviewing aren't just helpful to Natsuki, but they help me remember my older math lessons more clearly. I breathe inner sighs of relief whenever I see Natsuki's eyes light up in further understanding as the concepts click for her. I make a small note to bring more food in for her, reminding myself to come up with realistic excuses so she doesn't think I'm stalking her. Eventually, Yuri pulls out a small, battered pocket watch. She looks over it and then at the wall clock in front of the room. Oh my, it's getting late. We really should end the club meeting. She turns to me with a small smile. Jesus-san, thank you for stopping by to observe our club. I promise it isn't always like this. She lowers her voice for the last sentence, looking over at Natsuki with a concerned look. No problem. Will you come again? I know you said you were just observing, but still. She trails off. I might come by again. Who knows? Alright. I'll let Monica know of your interest in our club. Thank you. I then raised my voice to address the two girls. It was a pleasure to meet both of you. If I do join, I look forward to getting to know the two of you better. Huh. Well, even if you're a boy, I guess I could tolerate you in the club. Natsuki. Ha! Fair enough. Do you need help cleaning up? Yuri looks around the room. Aside from regarded oh yeah, that's right. I don't mind helping. I walk over to the closet and grab a broom dustpan. Natsuki and Yuri look at each other briefly. Please let me do that. It's my duty after all. Then back at me. Yeah, just give up there, Chisu. She gets stubborn like this sometimes. Natsuki! I put the broom and dustpan down on the nearby desk and raise my hand to surrender. Far be it from me to step on the duties of Vice President, but are you sure? I am. But I am grateful for the offer. I can certainly handle a small task such as this. Well, if you're sure, thank you for having me, and I'm sorry I came by unannounced. It's quite alright. Thank you for stopping by, and see you later, hopefully. Natsuki's already heading towards the door. She turns and gives a polite nod towards Yuri. Yuri smiles softly at the blonde son, before focusing on the task of cleaning. I walk out mere moments after Natsuki. Natsuki and I walk down the now empty corridors towards the stairs. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see her looking back at me in a poor attempt at being sneaky. Hey Ryan. Huh? What's up? Was it such a good idea to leave Yuri alone in a room like that? What with her problem? I know what you're getting at, but I also don't want to come off as stalkerish right off the bat. You can't be too careful here. Now that you mention it, that does sound pretty reasonable, but I'd at least like to check on the script when we get home. That's fair. We'll check it later then. Thanks. You're welcome. I stay a good distance behind Natsuki, looking at the windows at the rainy landscape below and sighing heavily. The two of us head down to the lockers. Take off the school slippers and grab Mizi's shoes and slip them on. Then, after everything is put away, I grab the school bag and umbrella and walk out into the rain. Alright, there we go, and that's where we'll call this episode. Well, that'll do it for this episode of Doki Doki World of Dreams Act 2. But in this episode, ladies and gentlemen, we saw a new dialogue between Sayoko and myself. This one I liked a lot more. I liked this dialogue a lot more. You know, it was nice to see how caring she really cared. She was scared that we were taking Ritalin, or Pritalin, I guess. We then went to the school every day with Mori, and Kozu and Kotonoha were the same as they were in the demo. Yay is still a bitch. You know, everything seemed okay in the club. We were helping out Natsuki and Yuri while we were helping out Natsuki. And that seemed all the same, which was really nice. And yeah, Uh, oh, boys. I'm excited to get past this first chapter. I'm excited to see what new comes. So, yeah, these will stay as close to 1 hour episodes until we get to the new chapter. But anyway, that'll do it for this video. Feel free to let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comments below. Feel free to leave a like. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to do whatever. It's completely up to you. Also, feel free to check out my merch store down in the description below. Come on, Jan. You don't have to buy anything, but I would appreciate it if you would at least check it out. I hope you all have a great day. Hope you all have a great night, a great afternoon, a great evening, whatever time it is for you. The link to this mod will be down in the description below, as well as the other video I have made on it, so you can go back and check that out. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace!